want to master Fizz? Well, come along. Who is Fizz? Let's talk about his lore a bit. Centuries ago, an ancient water-dwelling race built a hidden city beneath a mountain in the sea. That's where Fizz is from. Now, he was kind of a mischief, if you know what I mean. He went outside the city even though he wasn't supposed to go there. That's where he learned all of his skills. Now, Fizz, he was a tough fighter. But one day, Fizz returned to find the city empty, with no one in there. They all disappeared, and with nothing left in the city to keep him, Fizz salvaged an enchanted trident from the ruins and set out alone. That's the weapon he's wielding today. For years, Fizz wandered the ocean, using the skills he learned during his adventures as a young boy to survive. Finally, Fizz discovered the port of Bilgewater. Now he was so fascinated with the existence of life above the water, and he could not resist exploring the island. He meddled in the affairs of the humans who lived there, and his presence did not go unnoticed. His mischief angered many residents who eventually sought out to capture him or kill him. Now then Fizz found himself cornered, and he prepared to return to the sea, despite the fondness he'd come to hold for Bilgewater. As he stood at the docks, a massive dragon shark attacked the port. Fizz defeated the beast, using his resourcefulness and knowledge of the creature's weaknesses to his advantage. Having earned the gratitude and respect of the humans, Fizz decided to stay in Bilgewater. Then he joined the League of Legends to further serve his new home. That's the lore, and now off to his abilities. First, his passive, the Nimble Fighter. Fizz's dexterity allows him to move through units and take less physical damage from basic attacks, which basically means you can move through units without being blocked by them, and, well, you take less damage from the basic attacks. Now to his Q, the Urchin Strike. Fizz strikes his targets and run them through, dealing magic damage and applying on-hit effects, which means you can combine it with the W, and later I will show you how. This spell applies on-hit effects. Now the W, the Sea Stone Trident. Fizz attacks passively render his enemies, dealing magic damage over several seconds based on the target's missing health. When activated for a short duration, Fizz attacks deal additional magic damage. When you unlock your W, your basic attacks will do additional damage too. Now his E, the Playful Trickster. Fizz hops in the air, landing gracefully upon his spear and becoming untargetable. From this position, Fizz can either slam the ground or choose to jump again before smashing back down, because you can do it in two different ways. The first one being a short one, and the second one a longer one. Now this video shows you how it looks. Let's talk about the short one first. So Fizz can choose to jump again before smashing back down. What that means is when he uses his Playful Trickster, he becomes untargetable for a few seconds. Now he can choose to click his E again, his Playful Trickster, and jump back down. So if he does that, he will deal magic damage in a smaller area to enemies nearby, instead of slamming the ground. Now, if you don't click the E again, you will do magic damage in a bigger and larger area to all enemies nearby. But you can always choose to click your E again if you are going for a fast kill. It's a better thing to do. And finally, his ultimate. Chum the Waters. Fizz releases a magical fish toward a location that attaches to any champion that touches it, slowing the target and amplifying all of Fizz's magical damage to them, except for Chum the Waters. After a short delay, a shark erupts from the ground, knocking up the target and knocking any nearby enemies aside. All enemies hit are dealt magic damage and slowed. Now for the combos. What I like to do is attack the enemy at level 3, which is his power spike, and I like to use my Q and W at the same time. By pressing my W and Q at the same time, my Q does a lot more damage, and the same time I hit him with my auto attack, it does more damage too. After level 6, the combo is your ultimate first, as you can see. Then you go with your Q and W, as I said before, and to evade the spells or just to finish the job off, press E. A best way to use your E is to use it after your combo or to evade spells. Now, if you're playing against Zed, you should use your E on his ult and buy Zhonya's. Your E can also block tower shots. How you're going to build Fizz depends on your playstyle. If your playstyle is more defensive and playing against Zed, you should rush Zhonya's after the Lich Bane. And if you're playing against someone like Syndra, you should rush Abyssal Scepter. If you're going for more aggressive approach, I suggest you rush Lich Bane and then go straight to the Proto Belt. Now, if you're playing against Ahri, I suggest you should rush Proto Belt too. But if you're playing against any champion that I did not mention, that means that you can build this build right here. And finally, the masteries. These are the ones that I'm working with right now and with which I am really good with, and those are the ones that I really like. So if you would like to copy them, here they are. And of course, the runes. These are the ones I like to use right now. 5.4 magic resist, 27 ability power, 4.0 armor, and I have a bit of attack speed just, cause I can, and 1.7 magic penetration, which is not really necessary, but I like my magic penetration. And this would pretty much conclude the guide. Thank you for watching. If this guide helped you in any way, please leave a like and subscribe.